Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This week I'm just showing you guys some super simple, very easy staple smoothies that I'm having either as a breakfast, like a meal replacement, or I'm having it as a snack. I'm also showing you some really quick and easy meals that you can whip up and use the no waste, method of throwing in whatever you have available, and it's all going to work out. So stay with me and I will walk you through really quick and easy recipes. I'm going to make a quick smoothie before I head out. The weather's supposed to be a little bit warmer. It's supposed to hit 11 today, so that's kind of exciting. I don't know, probably walk when it's still like 8 or 9 degrees, but I'm gonna try to, just because the sun is out and it would be nice just to get some movement in. And then I have these frozen bananas, clearance bananas, which are kind of getting freezer burned for some reason. I think it might be the bag. Maybe I should double bag them next time. But these are just Farm Boy and also Walmart clearance bananas. They're like $2 to $3 for a huge bag of ripe bananas. I buy them and then I freeze them, and that way I have them for my smoothies. I just prefer frozen in my smoothies. My son prefers them fresh. Everyone has their preference, but this saves a lot of money and it's just quick and easy in the freezer. Then I have some pineapple I'm going to throw in. I'm going to use the rest of these sliced peaches because they have to go. And then I'm trying to get in a little bit more of the protein. A lot of proteins bother my stomach. That's why I avoid them like the plague. But this one in particular, Garden of Life, does not bother my stomach. So it's only this one in Sun Warrior that doesn't bother my stomach. Not sure why. I've tried many different ones, or I can just add just a tiny bit to things, but I cannot overdo it because I get bloated and really uncomfortable. But this one I'm fine with. So not sure why, but this one has greens in it. So I'm going to put some of that just to get a little bit of extra protein in and extra greens. I am going to put spinach in this as well. And I'm going to put one little cutie in as well, one little orange, because I need to use up some of those. And then also because I'm putting in the spinach for the iron absorption, I need some extra, citrus going on in there. And oranges will do the job. So I'm going to put together my smoothie. And then here is my spinach. I'm gonna throw some greens, some extra greens, even though I have it in my protein powder, just I need more greens. So I'm gonna be throwing that in as well. I can't wait till I have my kale in the garden and I don't have to rely on always buying the store-bought ones. And then, yes, so back to my smoothie. I added a teaspoon of spirulina and almost a full scoop of that protein powder, just shy of a full scoop. And I have about a cup of pineapple and half a cup of the peaches, and I have about 2 cups of the spinach, 1 cutie, and then I put quite a bit of water, like maybe a cup of water, maybe a cup and a half of water in here as well. You can add some plant milk if you want for extra calcium and protein and all that business, but I just like it with water, just plain. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna blend it all up and enjoy that before my walk. Look at that beautiful green color. Oh my gosh, so nice. Beautiful. So yummy. This is going to be a wonderful, wonderful breakfast. It's going to give me energy. I always feel really good when I'm incorporating fruit into my diet, and when I don't have it, I just feel like I am sluggish. I'm just not doing very well, so I really have to make a better effort to make sure I'm getting enough fruit in, and yeah, not skimping out on that, because it's really, really important. I can have another mini breakfast later if I'm really hungry, but I think this is going to fill me up and I'm going to feel really, really good after. So for lunch, I just made my simple taquitos. So these things, I basically put any leftovers in. That's why I say use all the leftover taquitos, because these are great for leftover rice, leftover veggies. You can throw everything in there. And I just use dry pinto beans and I throw that in my Instant Pot. You can cook your beans however you like. You can use canned beans. It all works the same, but 10 minutes in the Instant Pot will make my, beans perfectly cooked and delicious. And yeah, it's really simple to make. So I just throw my whole bag of beans in, I cover it with water. I put a little bit more, like it's covering all of the beans plus a little bit more. And then I always put in Better Than Bouillon because it brings up the flavor just another notch. And it's just an easy way of putting in some seasoning and not having to add oil or anything like that. You can go ahead and add salt or any other seasonings that you want to now if you want to as well. But usually I just do the bouillon, and then afterward I will add my seasonings once I blend everything up. So yeah, you just set it for, you know, your regular bean setting on your Instant Pot, no big deal. And again, you can use the canned beans as well if you don't have an Instant Pot. So when they are done, they look like this. I like to leave a little bit of liquid in there, but I try to drain out most of it. So you're going to see that I'm going to put it into a colander and I'm just going to drain them nicely. But again, I left a little bit in the pot because I want a little bit of the liquid in. Not very much, but a little bit. And then I go ahead and I throw in all the seasonings that I like, all of, you know, like paprika, I do like chili powder, onion powder, garlic powder, simple staple things. And then I just use my immersion blender and I blend it all up. If you don't have one, you can use a masher. I sometimes do that too, and I want just the chunkier version. Whatever you have accessible. This is the biggie. So I could not find anything that was oil free, which is so annoying. Like, I don't even understand. So, I mean, yeah, I can make them, but that's going to be, you know, a long process and I don't have time for that. So I just bought them and it is what it is. Thankfully, I don't have it all the time, so it's not a big deal. So anyway, I'm just using these fajita ones because I want them a little bit thicker. But you can use little tortilla ones that are thinner. But these are the ones that I chose. So I just kind of like scoop on all of the beans, and then this is where the leftovers go in. So if I don't have anything, these are still good on its own because they still taste super delicious. But if you have any leftover rice, go for it. Add rice in as well. Any leftover veggies work really well. I love bell peppers in here. If I have extra bell peppers, I will throw that in as well. The only thing I would say, don't put any extra greens, things like that in. You can go ahead and do broccoli. I do broccoli a lot of times. If I have extra, I throw that in. And that way it gives you some extra veg in there. If not, no big deal. Have a salad with it. Have some veggies on the side. Just make sure you're eating your veggies and not just eating this, because that wouldn't be very balanced. But yeah, super delicious. And you can use up so many leftovers in these, which I really love. So I wrap them up and then I throw them into my air fryer. So if you don't have an air fryer, no big deal. Put them in the oven and just crisp them up. And that is basically it. I would put on a broil and just get it kind of nice and crispy. Just keep an eye on it if you're putting it in the oven. But this is what I do. And then I just transfer them to a plate and they are really good even the next day. So super delicious. I don't know if they freeze very well, but I mean, you could try to do that. You can probably put it in a Ziploc or a container with a little bit of parchment between them. And that way they are good to go whenever you feel peckish or you need something on the go. I'm sure that would work, but I haven't done that personally because I just don't make enough to do that. So yeah, like I said, these are my go-to for just throwing in leftovers, leftover rice. I throw in leftover potatoes in here. Again, any veggies, except, you know, things like cucumber. You don't want to put things like that in, or leafy greens. But other than that, you know, you could just throw in whatever. And I like to dip it in just a plain salsa, and it's super delicious and a really, really easy meal. So for a snack, I'm just going to have a pineapple and mango smoothie. Super delicious, really easy. I throw in whatever little bits of fruit that I have to use up, and that's what I usually have for snacks. A nice, you know, smoothie that's going to energize me. And like I said, I do better with including more fruit in my diet, and I try to do it earlier in the day. And that's what works for me, so that is what I'm doing. So very simple, it's just bananas, pineapple, mango. I put hemp hearts in there for all of that yummy goodness. And then I do have a vanilla protein powder with greens already mixed in it. And yeah, just super, super simple. And then I can drink it on the go while I'm going about my day. So for dinner, I'm just keeping it super simple, really high in fiber and protein, super healthy with my black beans. And I am using canned black beans that are organic, but sometimes I do use the dry ones, depends on what I have on hand. I'm just, putting seasonings in a pot, and I put a little bit of water in there and just cooked my beans with the, different seasonings for a little bit. And then I'm using spinach because that's my go-to green. I'm drizzling a little bit of lemon juice on top of my greens just to activate that iron so that I can absorb as much as possible. And then also I'm putting a little bit of vegan Parmesan cheese on top, and that is made with sunflower seeds. I drizzled a couple drops of soy sauce for extra flavor, and that is my meal. Super filling, really healthy, and very, very delicious. So that is it for this week's video. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I hope you got some inspiration for some really quick and easy meals you can whip together, and super easy smoothies, because smoothies are a great way of adding so much nutrition into your diet. They're a great snack. They're a great meal substitute if you're on the go, and they are full of nutrition. So have a great week, guys, and I'll see you soon in the next video.